This is a recipe for gourmet cooks and people with an obsessive compulsive disorder. Here's my secret family recipe for cranberry sauce. You can only do one pack at a time. That's one 12-ounce pack at a time. Use Ocean Spray cranberries. Don't use Wally brand cranberries. There is a difference. Make sure they're totally washed and separated. You don't want any soft cranberries in there. Hey, what's that? Yeah, make sure those aren't in there. This recipe is all about texture. Add exactly 1 cup of sugar. Make sure none of it sticks to the sides of the pan. If it sticks to the sides, it could burn and ruin the flavor. Add exactly 1/2 cup. That's a 1/2 cup of water. And it's got to be an exact measurement. Make sure you don't move the sugar to the side of the pan. Crank the heat on your stove up all the way. You gotta do this fast. If you try and do it slow, it ruins the texture. Once that starts boiling, then give it a light stir, ensuring you don't stick any sugar to the edge of the pan. There's only 1/2 cup of water in there. It's only going to be about a minute. Actually, it looks like it's starting to boil already. Yeah, this recipe takes like no time. Make sure you're standing here the whole time. You cannot walk away from this while you're cooking it. All right, it's been, what, a minute and it's boiling? Now give it a light stir, being careful not to stick any sugar to the side of the pan. Now manipulate all the berries gently, as flat as you can, to ensure they're in the syrup. Now each time it starts to boil, give it a light stir, making sure nothing is stuck on the side. Okay, it's been about another 30 seconds. It's starting to boil again. And you can hear the berries starting to pop. I turned the exhaust fan off so you could hear that. You don't want them to all pop though, unlike other recipes. Okay, now you can see there's a foam starting to form around the edge. Every time it foams up, give it a stir. And make sure your pan is in the middle of the burner so that you have an even heat. Now the foam is starting to turn pink. Yeah, you can see the foam is totally pink now on the sides. Give it another stir. Everything's pink. Let it foam up one more time. Slight stir. Take it off the heat. Put it on a tile counter to help it cool off a little quicker. You don't want to cool off. You don't want it to cool off too fast. This is part of the process. And once it's removed from the heat, do not stir it until once it's removed from the heat, do not stir it again. Just put it away in the refrigerator, preferably for a few days. Once it cools off, place it in Tupperware in your refrigerator. Do not stir it again. This is all about texture. If you stir it again, it'll ruin the texture. Once they're refrigerated and you're ready to serve, give them a light stir just before serving.